Hey guys, Devil Slayer here. Don't forget to comment, like, rate, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like. It really helps the channel out. And if not, just please leave a like. As always, Devil Slayer Productions makes the best videos.
A mighty demon descended to Earth, bringing with him untold confusion. He warped time and space, creating a new world populated by the greatest heroes of Japanese and Chinese history. He then proceeded to amuse himself by challenging and destroying every force that stood against him. But he was not yet finished. He was waiting for one worthy of challenging him to appear. This demon was named Orochi. Another demon watched all this happen and decided that it was his role to gather together enough brave warriors to defeat Orochi. This was the man known as the Demon King, Nobunaga Oda.
The Fates, they are building. Orochi, the Serpent King.
I must fight on, for my fallen comrades. Who are you?
Live. I will bring down a karmic rain upon you, Orochi. It's just that simple.
I owe you my life, so my life is now in your service. I am Guan Ping, son of Guan Yu.
Have you got what it takes to stay alive?
Yes, sir. Of course.
My name is Wang Zhang, and I am... Wait a minute. Are you sure you are not related to Cao Cao?
Who?
You know, the hero of chaos, tall beard like yours, no? You're a dead ringer, though. They say he died, but there are some who claim they saw him at a temple. Honnot, I think it was called. And he's just the sort of man who would circulate a rumor of his own death if he thought it would give him an advantage.
If he is really so like myself, then he will not waste time with any such chicanery. Lead me to him, old man. I am curious as to who can control this departed hero.
It was reported that in the initial battle against Orochi, Cao Cao, Lord of Wei, had been killed. However, Nobunaga received some very interesting information concerning Cao Cao's whereabouts from Wang Zhang. It seemed that he was not dead, but was living concealed in Honnoji. By the time Nobunaga arrived, however, Honnoji was surrounded by the forces of the Orochi army.
Cao Cao seems to have the power to move his men even from beyond the grave. This moment must not be squandered. Encircle, eviscerate, and extirpate the odious Ophidian.
I just can't keep up with the language of young people these days.
It's just that simple.
So, you have heard the rumors, I see. I hate to break this to you.
But he's not actually here.
It's just that simple.
You are a dangerous man, but you will never match my lord.
You waste your time in searching for the dead. You do not see your lord's intentions.
I'd like to stay and teach you a lesson right now, but the dead won't find themselves. I'll save the pleasure of finishing your miserable life for later, if you make it.
My lord, I bring a treacherous officer of the enemy forces before you.
So, does the kingdom of Wu have any fight left in it? Or will you all just descend meekly into hell?
What? What are you saying?
Take a long look at yourself, and you will see what I mean. Release the prisoners.
But my lord, with no prisoners, what was this battle for? Did we fight in vain?
We will see.
Nobunaga arrived at Kawanakaffima to find a warrior bravely leading his army against Orochi's forces. It was Ma Chao, one of the legendary 5 Tiger generals of Shu. He was attempting to keep the citizens of the area safe, leading them to the bastion of Zenkoji. However, the Orochi army was led by none other than the master strategist, Sima Yi. Both Ma Chao and the people he was trying to protect were in great danger. Urged by Wang Zhang, Nobunaga moved to their aid.
just that simple.
With Orochi holding control over almost the entire territory of his new world, those forces that remained outside his influence were scattered and factionalized. Chief among these were the 6 disparate forces led respectively by Zhao Yun, Lu Xun, Xiahou Dun, Shingen Takeda, Kenshin Uesugi, and Nobunaga himself. Each of these officers was attempting to expand and fortify their armies so that they could prevent Orochi from subjugating or eliminating them. For his part, Nobunaga had identified some independent forces in Kyushu as potential reinforcements for his own army.
I have heard rumor that Orochi has captured talented officers from far and wide to use in his infernal army. His forces grow in number every day. Surely the time has come when we must do something about this.
You do not see beyond the surface. I see all.
I am a practical man, my lord. But I know that the enemies and weapons I do see are real enough.
Worthless.
It's just that simple. It's just that simple. It's just that simple.
I won't admit defeat. I'm just in an unfortunate situation, is all.
The situation? Your situation is at my feet, is it not?
If they'd just let me do things my way.
Very well. I shall grant you an opportunity to demonstrate your strategical genius.
Those eyes, such depth, such evil. How exciting.
This is a test of my faith!
I must accept this humiliation for now.
I give up. I give up. Just don't hurt me anymore, okay?
Have no fear. Your lives are all in my hands.
I hear from a reliable source that Lord Kenshin too is preparing his forces for battle with Orochi, and that Lord Shingen has a similar plan. My lord, does it not seem prudent to join forces with them?
That will not be necessary.
I see.
Shun led a resistance army comprised of those soldiers of Wu who refused to side with Orochi under any circumstances. To suppress this uprising, Orochi sent Lu Xun's former lord, Sun Ce, who successfully put down the rebellion. Refusing to allow Lu Xun to escape, Orochi had him pursued, eventually holding him up in Xia Pi Castle, isolated and alone. In order to save Lu Xun and to win him over to his army, Nobunaga dispatched a force to Xia Pi.
It's just It's just that simple. It's just that simple.
Wu, one of the three kingdoms of ancient China, had had their leader, Sun Jian, kidnapped by Orochi, and as a result, had been forced into serving the Serpent King. Nobunaga decided to send Sakon Shima, whom he had convinced to join his army when they met in Kyushu, to aid Sun Ce, leading Wu in his father's absence. An unaffiliated strategist, Sakon was aware of the secrets of many armies, including the whereabouts of Sun Jian's cell. Nobunaga knew that once Sun Ce had this information, he would defect from Orochi's army, and that this would significantly weaken the Serpent King. As luck would have it, however, the forces of the Orochi army arrived to attack Nobunaga at just that moment, making Sakon's journey extremely problematic.
I believe I know what you're thinking.
Excellent.
And this is a chance for me to flex my strategical muscles, as it were. Let's get going.
My lord, the enemy approaches. They are vast in number.
Nothing must stand in Sakon's way. We must pave the path for his egress, with snakeskin, if necessary.
That was an unfortunate delay, but I think it's time to pay the little conqueror a visit now.
Do not disappoint me.
Huang Shuo served Orochi for one reason, and one reason only. This reason was in the form of a vast quantity of gold, which Orochi was having transported to him, ostensibly as military funding. Hearing of this delivery, Hideyoshi Toyotomi immediately formed an army. He rushed to Shui Gate to ambush the supply troops carrying the gold.
just that simple. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. It's just that simple.
Two of the great leaders of the resistance, Shingen Takeda and Kenshin Uesugi, overcame their personal differences to form a military alliance. Believing that this had only served to gather the enemy soldiers for easier disposal, Orochi gleefully sent his main forces in to wage war with them. The two armies clashed at Nagashino. Shingen and Kenshin were brave and cunning leaders, but the numerical disadvantage doomed them to failure from the very start. When Nobunaga heard what was happening, he decided against sending reinforcements, instead turning his sights upon the fortress of the Orochi army in Guan.
It's just that simple. It's just that simple. It's just that simple.
The armies of Shingen and Kenshin have fought bravely, but have been defeated at Nagashino. This is a black day indeed.
It's almost as if they sacrificed themselves to ensure our victory. Perhaps Lord Nobunaga foresaw this, and that's why he went straight to Guan.
If I had gone to Nagashino, the enemy would simply have overrun Guan instead.
Shingen Takeda and Kenshin Uesugi advanced upon Nagashino, hoping to draw the full attention of the Orochi army. Their plan worked. Orochi transferred his primary forces from Guan to Nagashino, leaving the fortress at Guan dangerously undermanned. If Nobunaga were to take advantage of this opportunity and attack Guan, then a mortal blow could be dealt to Orochi's hopes. For this reason, Shingen and Kenshin were prepared to martyr themselves. But just as they were prepared to ride to their deaths, help came from an unexpected quarter. The Orochi army secured victory at Nagashino, eliminating the Takeda Uesugi alliance. Unable to simply allow Nobunaga to lay claim to their fortress in Guan, however, Orochi was forced to send his troops straight from Nagashino to Guan. Stunned at the loss of their fortress, depleted by the battle, and fatigued from the long journey, the morale of the Orochi army was at an all-time low. Wishing to take advantage of this situation, Nobunaga lay in wait at Fan Castle.
They are great in number, but there is more to battle than mathematics.
The enemy looked like me after one of Nene's lectures. I don't have much fight in me after that. Shingen and Kenshin must have done a good job.
The claw of the dragon and the tooth of the tiger have made their mark. It's just that simple. It's just that simple.
Kill me now. I do not wish to live to see your ruin.
If Nobunaga does not suit your tastes, then look elsewhere for leadership. But look to the living, not to the dead. Surely you have sensed the greatness of your master's progeny.
You mean that evil-hearted man?
Since you seem to need to cross swords with a man to determine his worth, then that is what you must do with him.
Having seized the Orochi army fortress at Guan, the Nobunaga army was riding the crest of a wave. Just at this time, news filtered through of a rebellion against Orochi, led by Zhao Pi and Mitsunari Ishida at Odawara Castle. The forces of the Orochi army in Odawara had been severely depleted through the ongoing battle. Thinking that such a golden opportunity should not be overlooked, Nobunaga immediately dispatched a unit to aid the rebellion.
It's just that simple.
After successive victories at Guan and Fan Castle, Nobunaga's army had made serious inroads into Orochi's military resources. Meanwhile, Sakon had liaised with Sun Ce, and Xiahou had reconciled with Cao Pi. Nobunaga's plans were beginning to come to fruition. Realizing for the first time that Nobunaga was attempting to unite the forces against him into a single mighty army, Orochi ordered Daji to have Nobunaga killed. Gathering together a formidable army, Daji set forth to meet Nobunaga at the Wuzhang Plains.
My lord, you were right all along. Cao Pi has defected and is restoring the Kingdom of Wei. What's more, Sun Ce has turned his back on that snake as well. It looks like his poison has lost its effects.
The seeds of discontent are flowering, and the serpent is feeling the poison therein. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Worthless. It's just that simple. So, you live after all.
Sorry about that. Turns out I'm a tough old coot.
Once this snake is gone, we must meet again on the battlefield. There is much more fun to be had.
True strength can only be attained through great suffering. Orochi has unwittingly dug his own grave.
Nobunaga and his allies proceeded to claim victory after victory, successfully diminishing the size of the Serpent King's forces. Hoping to turn the tide, Orochi sent his closest ally, Masamune Date, to the headquarters of the resistance in Kanegasaki. If Kanegasaki were to fall, it would mean the end of the resistance. In addition, a fatal blunder had been made, leaving Wang Zhang to lead only the most basic of defensive units there.
It's just that simple.
Thanks partly to the participation of Shingen and Kenshin, the Allied army enjoyed a historic victory at the Wuzhang Plains. With the aid of Nobunaga's far-sighted plans, the armies led by Cao Pi and Sun Ce also claimed victory and forced Orochi into a corner. The time had come to unite and free this land of its greatest menace, one demon king against another. The final showdown was about to begin on Orochi's home turf of Koshi Castle.
The time is upon us. I will enjoy slaying you, Orochi.
I do not want to waste my time. You had better be worth the effort.
This is just the beginning.
You are right. We are witnessing the beginning.
Indeed. You guys still haven't had enough?
Hey, stop fighting already! I mean it!
This is the beginning of a new era.
This is our chance to rebuild.
A new era!
Of glorious war.
I hope you guys enjoyed your video. As always, don't forget to comment, like, rate, and subscribe. Please leave a like. It will really help the channel out. And don't forget to check out other content on my channel. And if you like what you see, subscribe. Thank you and have an awesome day, guys.